All right, here we go. Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, my name is Keith Jones, and I want to welcome you to our Saturday Fix and Flip Property Tour. This is a community at a national level of investors from all over the place. That's why you look at the chat, you see there's people from all over the United States, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North and to the South. And we all here to see what the next student who's been in the do when it comes to real estate investing. Our speaker today is Wanda. So we're going to get started, but just a couple of housekeeping rules. If you don't mind, just keeping yourself on mute so that way we can hear from our speaker who has taken her time out to show us what she had done with her property tour. And so the way I like to break down a property tour is kind of like, you remember back in the day, like we used to do show and tell, and we would like get in front of the class and we would show. Well, a property tour is similar the same way, and this is live, but it's somebody in action doing real estate deals, right? This is not something that you read in a book. This is somebody who's in action. And guess what? You get to participate by asking questions. So in the chat, you can ask questions. So I'm gonna go through and we get to ask the question to our speaker. I love that, right? And then the next thing is, again, we are community investors at the national level, all centered around a thing called the education, and we get to share. So if this is your first time here, oh, I'm so glad that you're here. And if this is your second or third, again, continue to welcome. We do this every weekend. And the person who allows us to do this and who has championed us for this Saturday's property tour, Scott Buckles. Scott is not here, so you're probably looking at me and say, hey, that's not Scott. No, Scott is taking care of some things, but he allowed for me to do this. And I'm so appreciative of him allowing me to do this. And I'm not going to spend too much time talking about who I am, but again, my name is Keith Jones. I'm in the Northern Virginia area, but who we're going to see today is my friend Wanda. She's awesome. Let me just see if I can flip my screen just real quick. So Wanda, I know you're getting ready, but I had to put a picture up there, because it's all about relationship. I want to thank you for coming out to our area in the DC area. I don't know if you remember, but I had to take a picture of a superstar, right? So, I went back there, and then we got a chance to hang out in Mexico, and now you are taking your time out again to share with us your deal that you have going on today. And so, Wanda, there's a lot of people, this is their first time here. They've never been here before. They want to know who we are, what we do. But what I would like for you to do is just, share your story of why, and just a little bit about who you are, before you start to get to the numbers, because, people can talk about numbers all day, but why did you really get started, and what impressed you to actually take action? So Wanda, I want to go ahead and turn it over to you and just, show us what you got going on.
Thank you, Keith, and thank you for sharing those pictures. That was awesome. So yeah, sometimes, I go all over the nation to share what I have learned and the things that I have more passion about. And there is just sharing this opportunity with other people, because it's just so beautiful to know that this treasure is not only for me, but it's also for other people to really join us in our community and raise to their levels and find their dreams. So thank you for sharing those pictures. I really love it. I'm in Florida. So normally I started when I was in Utah, and it's a different weather. So today, if you can see, it's really, really cloudy, and it's about to rain. According to the Weather Channel, it's 80% of chances to rain today. But anyway, we're here, and I'm excited to show you this property. This property is number 40, around there. I have 43 deals, and I started 5 years ago because I was tired of being tired. I didn't want to continue working for anybody else. And I basically have gone to school. I follow my parents' guidance on getting on the 40-40 retirement plan, which is do a good, get a good education, then work for 40 hours a week for 40 years to get 40% of your income. And that's the plan that I had followed, based on my parents' guidance, but I didn't want to be there. I was tired of being tired. I didn't want to continue working for anyone else. And I decided to switch careers basically after even earning 2 master's degrees, half a PhD, all of these basically diplomas hanging on my wall, but I wasn't satisfied. I have attended different businesses along the way in my career and during my career, but nothing really flourished and nothing really got me the results that I wanted until I switched to real estate investing. And I switched to real estate investing because some friends of mine have done it and I watched them doing it. And the way they did it, it was not the way that I was able to do it. So one of them told me, you know what, Wanda, you need to really get educated. And she invited me to this guru event, and in which I got so excited about the possibilities, but the possibilities were so out of my reach. And I put my dream on the back burner for a little bit. And then I even tried the YouTube University and tried to do it on my own, but that doesn't work. And I then continued to put the dream on my back burner until one person from this community told me, Wanda, have you ever heard about the investing community? And I'm like, no, I never heard that. And he invited me to a meeting similar to this one, but with all of the people. It wasn't in Zoom, it was face to face. But with the pandemic and everything, I'm glad that we have all this technology that we can now reach out to more people. And anyway, I went to the house tour and I fell in love with the community and I love it. And I decided to make the move. And I said, you know what? I have two choices. Either go back to school and finish my PhD, add $50,000 into my student loans, or I can do this for much less money and be educated as well, and then get my return on investment faster. So, and I just love this quote from Tony Robbins, who says, it is in the moment of decision where your destiny is shaped. And that was my moment of decision. I either go back to school or I either take this education. And I took this chance of joining this community. And by joining this community, my return on investment has been greater. And the amazing relationships that I have on all the knowledge, relationships, and the resources that I found took all my fears away. Even though, I entered the community and the next day I had butterflies on my stomach, all the fears went away because I have found the support, I have found money, I have found properties, I have found my friends, I have found the knowledge, all the tools and everything that I needed to succeed in my business. So like I said, this property that I'm going to show you now is property number 40. I'm in 43 deals right now, 43 transactions. So I'm losing count right now. But this one is my second one here in Florida. And this is a very good story because I moved to Florida to take care of my mom. And needless to say, because I have knowledge and relationships, I could be able to start my business or continue my business here. So everything else have been done in Utah. And then I came here, and in here I have 7 deals already. So and Wanda, this is my second one. Yeah.
So you said a lot right there, and I just want to make sure everybody for the first time, right? Yes. So like some seasonal folks, they get it, but for the first time folks, you said your fear. So wait a minute. So you haven't done a lot of deals, but you had fear. So it's not like you was like, oh, nothing, harm me. But what you realized was you'd been successful in other areas in your life. And you said, you know what, there's a pattern. If I learn something, then I can conquer that fear. So if I'm scared of something, learn how to do it to conquer my fear. And you use that same process what you did for real estate investing. Is that fair to say?
Yes, definitely. And yeah, because every time, your brain is used to keep you on your comfort zone. So for me to change career from being a professor at the university, I have all these degrees or whatever, to me, that was a change, a move that gave me fear, honestly. And even though I love education, and I know that through education is where you get more power, as long as you have that education put into a defined end, which is what I have right now. I have a defined end on creating my wealth and everything. I need to acquire that knowledge. And by getting in this community, I received the knowledge, I received the resources. And by having those items and tools and resources handy to me, then my fear level went down, and then I took action.
Wow.
So
And not
what
only
I'm
did
trying
you
to say
take action,
is,
yeah,
yes,
you
yes,
can take care of your family too, because I think you said something about you did
yes,
something for you, but now it's spilling into taking care of your family. So again, oh man, that's awesome. I'm gonna be quiet and let you do what you do best.
definitely, definitely, definitely. And see, what it is like, because of this community, because I have joined this community, and it gave me the flexibility to do what I need to do for me, for my family, at any time. Before the pandemic in 2019, I had the opportunity to go back to Puerto Rico, where I'm from, and I spent the entire year over there, not knowing that the pandemic was coming. But I went to take care of my grandmother. My grandmother passed away last year, and at the age of 105 years old. So I had the pleasure and the blessing to being able to share with her her last year of her life, because I had the flexibility now to do what I want. If I would have been stuck in a job, in a W-2 job, I couldn't not do that. And now the same thing. My mom needed me, and I've been able to just say, hey, I'll be there. Okay. I told my siblings have families and young kids, so I don't. My grandkids, my kids are grown and just have 10 beautiful grandkids. So now I used to be closer to my other five, and now I'm closer to my other five in here. So it's just beautiful just to being able to say, I'm going to be where I need to be right now. And I can fulfill my purpose in life, right? So,
Awesome.
and enjoy my life. Yes.
Wow, that's
And
powerful. That's a powerful
I
story.
can drive a Beamer now. I used to drive like a Mitsubishi. Nothing against that, but hey, that's where I started. My Mitsubishi, when I started in this business, it was really running the last miles. And now, but things have changed. Things have changed because of the education, the relationships. And I didn't know anybody over here in Florida. I luckily have my cousin who is a realtor, and he's a very analytical person. So now he's like my best buddy on analyzing deals and finding the deals for me. But then I didn't know the money resources at that moment. So I talked because of the relationships. Then I talked to one of my lenders in Utah, and I said, will you consider to lend me in Florida? He said yes, and that gave me the green light to start investing here. No using my own money, and that's the beauty. No using my own money, no using my own resources. So if you want, I can just walk you around the house.
Yes, yes, thank
Or
you.
unless you have any other question about my personal journey and going through these processes, which I think I covered, but I'm excited. I'm so excited. And if you knew, just, sit down tight, because this is a good ride. This is a great ride.
Well, we excited to see, about your property and just your journey of, how you found the property, and just kind of like your why, why this property? What made you go out to this one right here and to work this,
Good. Awesome. First, I fell in love with every property, but in this business, it's all about numbers. So the numbers need to be right. And if the numbers doesn't work, the property doesn't work. So that's why now I have, but my best partner now is my cousin, and he's a realtor, and he is very good with number, very analytical. So it's not like me that I'm going with my heart. So in that sense, my team has grown because of that. Because now he's just on the ball finding me properties. I don't know if he's on the line, but if he's on the line, Edric, thank you for everything that you do for me now and getting me on the ball with the business, right? But this property, he found it in an MLS, and we offer to gain it, we offer a little bit more than it was listed for. And some people will say, hey, Wanda, but why? Why? Because the numbers make sense. And I learned the numbers in my classes, and I learned the numbers in my education system. And I just, run the numbers. If the property has the amount that you need to invest and to put the work into it, and you still have profit, then it's a good deal. Then we can do it. So that's why we did. We analyzed the property in terms of the ARV, which is the after repair value of the home, and then the purchase price and the repairs and all the other things that we put in the formula, which we're going to go over that in a minute. Then all of that makes sense. All of that give me profit. Then it's good. It's a good deal. So we went on, put it in the contract because we offer a cash and to close in 7 days, between 7 to 10 days. That is very, very attractive to motivated sellers. And that's why I got the offer under contract. Okay. Just because of the terms and conditions that I offer. If you go on the regular MLS and you offer it and you're going to close in 30 days and so on, it may not be as attractive as just putting a cash offer with very, a closing date really nearby, like close really quickly. And that's what I offer. I offer cash to close quickly. So
yes, and we'll show the numbers. We'll show the numbers at the end after you kind of go through, and I'm gonna see if I can get these other pictures here so we can see those too. Okay. But you can go ahead. Yes, thank you.
So this is the property. We painted outside. So I'm going to show you outside first. So let me see if I can turn the camera around. Sometimes it's very tricky. Okay, look at the neighbor. This is a courtyard, so it's really no outlet on this street. So it's really, really nice, quiet. It's a mature community. You see the trees are big and everything. So the color of the house was different. It was kind of very, very yellow. This is siding on here, but all these walls were yellow. And the bricks over here were really kind of gloomy. They didn't have that much color. And it was interesting because I go to Home Depot and I ask the guy, hey, I want to give some brightness to some bricks. And he was standing right there and he just pulled this bucket and he said, you need this. He gave me that material and I put it in and it's just beautiful. I just love it. I did it myself, even this. I work a lot in this property. Normally I don't do that. In Utah, I used to just hire my contractor and my team and everything. In here, my uncle, he is a handyman. So I've been blessed to have my uncle and my aunts and my cousins working with me on the properties, which is less expensive on a sense, and it have given me a good results. So we're doing that like a family project, if you will. So it has become a family project. It's very good. It's very good. So you can involve your family on this project. So anyway, I did these bricks, just put this kind of stain, I guess. And I'm learning a lot, not only to invest, but to do some things on my own. I'm going to show you something that I did in the kitchen. It's so fun. But anyway, here's the property. It's gorgeous inside. We found it, this lady, and look, it has even a little lake pond right here. So this is the backyard. So people can sit in here. It has a huge backyard too. It's really beautiful. And it's nearby the airport, nearby the malls. The location is, and sometimes, you have to look in location. So this house is like location. It's a plus location. And it's just really kind of in the heart of Orlando. This is Orlando, Florida. Here's the door. We painted the door. We changed this glass too. They had like a plastic, but we painted. So here's the entrance. We changed, it's very cosmetic, so we didn't change a lot on terms of structural things. The fireplace we painted, we put new floors, paint the whole thing, paint the stairs, created this accent wall, and everything is painted white, painted the doors, but then all the features, lighting features, we change all the lighting features for something more modern and just give it a different sense in the house, right? The major thing that we changed in here, there was a pony wall that was separating this big area. And that, you know, a pony wall, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. You have like a formal living room and a family room right next to each other, just divided by a pony wall. So we took the pony wall off and now created a very spacey area. So that's not structural because it was a pony wall. It doesn't support anything. And this is the kitchen. In the kitchen, also they have kind of a bar here, like a window kind of space here with a wall and just the entrance on this side. And that doesn't make sense. So I open it up. So we open up that section as well, just to feel the feeling that you are inside the house, you know, like through the kitchen coming. And I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm very particular with colors. So sometimes colors to me have to match and all of that. So if you notice this, we put brand new cabinets, brand new appliances, brand new cabinets, everything is brand new here. Granite countertop. So I want to have a backsplash that is matching more like only one tone, because to me, my brain doesn't really look to the match. So I wanted something just very neutral from this color. And I selected a different backsplash. But when we put it in, I wasn't satisfied. I didn't really like it. And we had the first inspection, and the inspection came and said, hey, this needs to be finished better, you know. And to me, it was harder to fix it than to redo it. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna redo it. And the person who normally does my backsplash, he got sick and he couldn't do it. So I'm like, you know what, rip it off. I'm gonna do it myself. So I called a friend of mine and he came over, and I knew he can do it because he have done his own home and his backsplash. I said, can you help me do the backsplash? So he said, yes. So he came over and we did the backsplash ourselves. So,
well, you did a good job. Wow.
I did it.
So it's almost like you surprised yourself, yeah. Right? A hidden talent that you didn't know you had.
Yeah, it took me a long time, the whole day, you know, like from, I think 10 o'clock in the morning to almost 10 o'clock at night, like 12 hours. But hey, it came out really nice. And now I even went and bought the machine, you know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy the machine. I'm going to do it because women power, right? So anyway, that's my secret of this backsplash. And I think it looks beautiful. And so,
well, that's what people are saying in the chat. I don't. You may not be able to see the chat, but people are saying this is awesome. They like the color scheme. They say you did a good job. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So now it matches, you know, this color with the floor, and then when you come back down here with the accent wall, then you reflect this accent wall over there with the backsplash. So it's like, oh, this is great. So, you know, and every house has a story. This lady was living here for over 30 years, and she thought this was her mansion, but she didn't take care of this house at all. This was really, really, really messy. It didn't have air conditioning. She has window air conditioning in every window. So right here, she has an unit like a window air condition. In every room up there, she has a window, like an air conditioned window. And it was really, it took me like 3 dumpsters to clean it. So we changed here. This is half a bathroom. We changed the vanity, light features. We even did this backsplash over here. These are very, very inexpensive. These are the peel and stick stuff. So I just bought it and stick it in. It just looks beautiful, right? So you learn how to save some money. That's the toilet. You learn how to save some money and to, work with your budget. My contractors in Utah, they said when I died, they're gonna put on my gravestone, they're gonna put Wanda the budget, because I'm always, what's the budget? What's the budget? So anyway, so this is the master bedroom.
Now you kind of feel it. You feel kind of different, right? Because you're telling people to watch the budget, but now you kind of doing it yourself, and you're like, inside of you, you're like, the budget, but I really wanted this to really look nice. So
correct, I'm in the budget. Yes. So this is the bathroom, the master bathroom. So it has 2 sinks. The toilet, we did the tiles here. No, I did not do these ones. I hired somebody, and that was another thing that they asked me on the inspection, just to put the glass. So we did the glass. This glass, normally I know I have to put it in, but unless the inspector asks me, I just leave it just in case I can get by the inspectors and not just put it in. So we put it in. And this is just one of those things. Here in Florida, we should have fans. So normally this house had fans in every room, but I put the new air conditioner, and coming from Florida, from Utah, where the weather is different, I didn't think about putting fans. This is the second house I'm doing here in Florida, and I learned you need to put fans. So on my next ones, I'm putting fans in every bedroom, but over here, I didn't. Actually, there was a fan here and I took it off. And now, the weather outside is getting hotter, and I can feel even my air conditioner is running, and I can feel that maybe I needed a fan. So anyway, we going up the stairs, we painted the stairs, we put this kind of glitter carpet, so it gives some more like support. We just put carpet in the bedrooms, and here's bedroom number 1, which goes to the street. This is the other bathroom. So like features, new tiles and stuff, and new bathtub, new toilet. I love, in every property, I like to change the toilet for hygiene, obviously. Nice light features. We did put the brand new air condition. Then the other bedroom. This bedroom is nice because it has 2 walk-in closets. So very nice. So if you know anybody who wants to come to Florida and live in Florida, this is the back of the street, the back of the house. And that's the major street, but it's nice. They have mature trees on the back. I'm gonna show you the back. The porch in a minute is huge. And this is the 3rd bedroom. So basically, right now I show you 4 bedrooms and kitchen, bath, and everything, and then 2.5 bathrooms. Look at what this lady did. She went garage and she closed the garage. Obviously, it's not in. So at the beginning, I left it like that. I said, I'm not gonna touch it. I bought it that way. I keep it that way. So here's the laundry room, but here's the entrance to the garage. And she created a bedroom over here, okay? And over here, this door was closed completely, from up to completely closed. So obviously when the inspection came, it doesn't pass the inspection for security. And they did another bathroom here. So for me, hold on. Two. So they did another bathroom here. And this one I refurbish. So I have a guy who does such a good job and they just paint and it looks just like new. And bed, toilet and vanity and this closet. So they created this extra bedroom here, which obviously is not in compliance, but because I bought it that way, I said, this is existing, so I'm not going to deal with that. But obviously when the inspection came, they said, no, for security reason, you have to open this. So I open it now, it's open. So now it will pass inspection, but it's still an extra kind of bathroom. So if they want to use it as a garage, fine, they can bring the car in, but they have that extra bedroom there. If they have an extra family who wants to stay there, perfect, they can do that. And those are little things that now I put it in compliance because the extra bathroom, it was existing. I didn't have to deal with that. But the garage door now opens. So,
Wow.
all
so,
right.
So
So that's pretty much.
So what people are saying, Wanda, again, this property looks really awesome. And then if you have a question for Wanda, just go ahead and put it in the chat as she's kind of showing around. But like one of the questions somebody would ask is, how was it working with the inspector? Like, did you know
what I normally do? I have my own inspection. I have my own inspection first. I'm gonna take you to the porch as well. This is the porch. It's huge, big porch. I do have my own inspection first. So I like to pay for my own inspection. So I get a very good sense of what's going on first. And if I have to fix something, then I fix it before the actual inspector comes, right? So that's my strategy. So I paid for my own inspection and I knew what I needed to do. I fixed as much as possible. He told me about that room, but I didn't want to deal with them because there are some buyers who probably like it that way. But also because it goes through a bank loan, it has to be open. So, and I kind of knew that, but I wanted to wait until the final inspection to see what I needed to do. And needless to say, yes, the final inspection came through and it has to be open. So we open it and now it's in compliance. So I know the buyers now can say, hey, I have two inspections. I have my inspection and I have the private inspection, the other inspection. So it's just something that the new buyers doesn't have to worry because it's been inspected twice and it passed inspections.
And that's awesome because I like how you have your process that you want to do, right? So you like to have your own inspection where, some folks, they have to have their inspection up front before they purchase, but because you're comfortable, because you learned how to do this, and then you had said some things like you built a relationship, a team of folks, and you learned how to do that through the education. And with that, as again, that fear factor, you starved your fear by learning and then building a relationship around that. And I like how you put together that whole package where you says, you know what, I want to have my inspection at this period of time. I understand what Florida is looking for. So that way I put that into my budget. I put that into what I'm looking to do. And by the way, you understand how the banks, and their loans and how they're qualified, so you can maximize your qualification of folks to be able to purchase that property. That is awesome. Oh, somebody asked a question. How long did it take to flip this property?
Oh, excellent question. I am right now on my fourth, but we already finished a month ago. So it's on the sale. So it really took me 2 months to fix it. And then 1 month to go through the inspections and stuff. And we had it on the contract already, but the contract, it was to close this coming week. And the contract fell through because, I tell you what, the new owners spend money. They had a lot of money in savings and they have a lot of capital.
So they offer even 12,000 above asking price. And they decided to make a financial move on something. I don't know what it was, but because they moved the money differently of what was expected from the bank denied them. So now I have to put the house back in the market, which I did about 2 days ago. So basically things happen. So I'm gonna go on my 4th month now. The first month was waiting for the sale, which was already like ready to close, but go through the bank because the bank didn't approve them, because they use money where they didn't have to use money. So that's a lesson learned. If you are in the process of going through purchasing a house and you are approved, don't see on anything that is more than $1,000 because they're gonna deny you. So that's what happened to these people. And I think it's my thinking, because they came over to measure the fence and everything. So I'm pretty sure they just spend money on the fence. And now they don't have the house, so it's gonna be losing a lot of.
Yeah, so that, that's
That's
awesome.
on them, not on
Thank you for sharing that, because some people don't say, oh, they always show the glamorous and all the good stuff, and then there are some hurdles. But as an investor, knowing you already factor in that time frame whenever you do a fix and flip. And so what was your overall factor when you made the numbers? What was your how your holding, how long you prepared?
Yeah, I was at the beginning, when we entered the property to purchase everything, I thought I was gonna make between 40 to 50, but now I'm down to 35 to 40 because I have to put more money, just those things that I told you I didn't budget in at the beginning, but then the inspector said you have to, like the door, opening the space for the garage and stuff like that. That was extra. In the porch, we had to fix some, let me show you in the porch. The porch had, and these are oops, I call them oops on my flip. Every flip has an oop, and you have to be prepared for that. Let me show you around. Here, apparently they had like a small fire. Maybe they had over here like a barbecue or something, and it's damaged this piece in the porch. Okay, so I knew it. I cannot repair it. I didn't like it really because it was kind of wasn't looking really, really good. But I'm like, okay, some people may don't worry about it, but the inspector said no, you have to fix it. So we replaced this piece. The porch, the screen porch was kind of not the best. It was old, obviously. I replaced some of the areas, but then with the inspection and everything, I just said, you know what, let's redo the whole screen. So now we put new screen, and that was after the fact. So those little things that sometimes, as an investor, I said, I'm gonna wait for the inspection, and I'm gonna wait for even the new owners what they want, right? To see if I can. But and it came through, and I just fixed it so that it's like $5,000 extra that I put in after the fact and that inspection. So it's $5,000 less in my pocket, but it's worth it, because even if I make 20, hey, it's worth it. 20 in 3 months, or actually 2 months of work is worth. Okay, $10,000 a month, or even if it's 30, it's good. It's good money.
So somebody asked a question, have you thought about, possibly renting the property?
Yes, I am moving now into, and this is, and I'm very open book, okay? When you enter this field, you have to look at your financial state. Right now, a lot of student loans and financial responsibilities to accomplish. So when I do fix and flip, I do them because I get massive income. And that massive income is to cover my financial responsibilities. That's where I'm at, okay? Every investor is at a different stage in their financials. So you're gonna select a strategy according to your financial state. Now that I'm a little more comfortable now with my finances, personals, then I can move into buy and hold, which is another strategy. And then buy and hold will give me the opportunity to keep those properties and put them into rental. So this one right now, the way it's being structured is much better to do a fix and flip, okay? I do have another property, however, that if I keep it or I flip it, it is good either way. And I'm so fall in love with property. Yeah.
So hey, Wanda, so I do have your before pictures. I finally kind of put that together. But if you could also kind of go outside so that way we can keep your audio and then you can see the pictures. But as we started to get ready to show you the before pictures, and thank you for showing your pictures after beautiful work.
Yes.
And then we're going to show the numbers. A lot of people are probably saying, you know, man,
Yes.
I want to learn how to do that, because Wanda talked about, you know, putting together a team. She talked about, you know, the different strategies. She talked about, you know, the inspections, and, you know, I want to learn, how did you do that? And so there's, right after this meeting, we do have, like we call the introduction of like how Wanda learned, how I learned, how a lot of other investors learn, is right after this meeting. So you can ask the person who invited you to this meeting, say, hey, you know, I really want to, you know, get plugged in and understand how to get started. And it's right after this. So I'm about to go ahead and switch screens real quick so you can see the before pictures, and hopefully you can see it, Wanda. So let me go ahead and do that right quick right now. Let me share my screen.
Okay, I'm gonna just lock the door here. As we do. I was telling you about, you know, how sometimes because I work with my heart, then I'm so in love with properties. So I have another property in Davenport, Florida, which is 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and I bought it for $167 a square foot. So it was a steal, right? But then again, checking on my financial responsibilities and everything, is better to flip it. So everything is just depending. It's up to what are your goals in life, and what you want to complete. Now I'm getting to buy and hold, and I have 2 properties that are condo that I'm keeping. Those are for keep. So these ones are flips.
So
okay, you have the report.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So that you can see what's actually being shown right now?
Yes.
All right, so now we have some of your before pictures here.
Yeah.
Oh, you look like you had somebody had a little help there.
Oh yeah.
One.
Oh yes, I even have my little niece coming to the property. Yeah, it's been so fun just to have the family and everything. It's been a great project. Great.
Wow, yeah, we can see that you have somebody there working on the walls right there.
Yeah, those are my cousins, my uncle, my aunts. The family project.
Look like you still have some more work.
Also.
Wow, y'all definitely did some work here. And they're going to picture the bathroom.
We have to tear everything off. Yeah. Yeah, we tear everything off. Mm-hmm.
And I also see the fireplace.
Yeah, the way it was before.
So that was the kitchen before?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, y'all did it. Wow, you did some work. Wow.
You see the air conditioned stuff. Yeah. We put the lights on the ceiling.
Yeah. And y'all did some really good work here. I'm trying to see if I see anything in the chat here, but oh, so that was the before what the fireplace looked like. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the next screen we have is what you have for your money slide. So can you see that?
My profit. Yes.
All right. So if you don't mind walking us through.
Sure. So I purchased the property for 321,000, and now it's listed back in the market 477. And I have a private hard money lending, which charged me 2 points and the interest at 12 points plus 4 months of interest, because that's where I'm at right now, 4 months. And then I have a second investor at 20% based on 12%. No, 12%. So in 4 months and my rehab, right? So when you look at that size, I invested in this property 404,680. That's what is invested here. Then you have to add the selling cost, which is 5% here in Florida, which is the amount that the realtors take to sell the property, and then the selling cost, which is the amount that all the money, like, I'm sorry, that's not selling cost. That is, the closing cost, the closing cost. So that will put me on 431,530, and minus the purchase price that we're gonna sell it for 477. That will give me 45,470 profit. But I'm splitting the profit with one of my investors, and the reason why I'm splitting is because she's my friend. So, and I said, okay, you lend me the money, then I can give you 25% of the profit. So she's getting 25% of the profit, and I'm getting 75% of the profit. So for me, it's going to be 34,102, and for her, 11,367. So those are the numbers right now. They're looking good. The houses around here right now, we have 2 or 3 houses that sold for 480, for 480, about the same square footage and everything. So, and one was not remodeled. The only difference is that it has swimming pool, but it's still, swimming pools here in Florida, I believe it gives you like $30,000 equity there. But that's the only difference from this house and the other one that was sold at 480. So I'm right there in the appraisal is good. The appraisal is going to come good. Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, because you already know where the market is, and just be right there under in there. I like that strategy. So a person asked a question about when you sell the property and taxes, and then they wasn't sure about 1031 exchange. But I know in the education that we all learn, we have how to do those things. But I'll go ahead and let you answer that real quick if you want to.
Yes. This one is not a 1031 exchange because I have not hold the property for more than a year. If you hold for more than a year, then you do a 1031 exchange. Otherwise, not. These are fix and flip, and you just turn around. And the taxes, I pay taxes, obviously, but I pay taxes when I report my taxes, my regular taxes on my profit, not on the property. And I pay the property taxes, obviously, that comes on the closing statement. Yes.
Yes, and I agree. And so, again, we do have a meeting afterwards, but you're probably saying, well, Keith, I have something else to do. I can't meet the meeting afterwards. So what I would say, get with the person who invited you and says, hey, I want to go to, keep mentioning about this introductory or, how to get started. Just ask the person who invited you and says, hey, I want to take that step forward, right? In order to learn, so that way you can put a strategy for you. And somebody said, keep it in the family. And why not, right? So Wanda started off, and I don't know about you, I do the exact same thing. I started off why I wanted to do real estate investing. And as I started to learn and I started to realize, okay, like you, I'm starving my fear. And I realized, wait a minute, I can do much more and I can take more of my family. So I think you're probably what they call the nucleus in the family. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And my family now, my cousins are starting the business as well because they see me doing it. I have invited them to begin before I came to Florida, but they thought that was too good to be true. But now that they see it, that they can see me doing it, then they say, "Oh, this is true. Is possible." So, and my word of encouragement is, if I have done it, anybody can do it, and it's possible. I honestly have enjoyed my journey on being part of this community. We have fun in the community. We work hard because we work hard, but we also have fun in the community. We go to places. I actually have shared so many great moments with Jazz and Omer in Cancun, in Panama, in Cabo, and we are getting ready to go to Costa Rica this year. It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But I don't know if Jazz can go to Costa Rica. Are you going to Costa Rica? Because she's going to have a baby. So maybe not. But anyway, it's something that we get together also and enjoy each other. We really call each other family because we just family. We are friends and family. We really connect with each other across the nation. You see my picture with Keith. That was like before the pandemic that I went to Virginia and then he's in one of the activities that we yearly. It's just we love each other. We help each other. I have an experience. Last week I bought a condo, and the night before my regular lender said, "Hey, I'm not liquid." He was expecting some money coming in and it didn't go through. So he didn't have the money to finance that property. And I'm like, I have 24 hours to find $275,000. That's a lot of money, right? Yeah. And if I didn't come up with that money, I needed to, I will lose the property and I will lose the actual earnest money. And I had put $7,000 earnest money. I made a few phone calls, and in less than 24 hours, I had the money. Okay. So basically, the relationships and everything that you build in this community, and because of the trust and because of the relationships, these trust that you build, is possible. It's possible. And I have stories after stories. In every property, I have a story. And everything comes to fruition because we build this community across the nation, and because of the pandemic, we began to use this technology, which even though we are far, we are still connected, which gave us more opportunities now to be more connected. Because now I see people from my team that are in Utah now in this call. I see, all my friends from Virginia, friends from all over the nation that I know that are part of me. If I need to solve something, if I need to check on something like in the property, even look at the numbers again. At the beginning, I wasn't sure of the numbers and the formulas that I learned in classes. So then I can talk to somebody, I can call Omer, some more experienced investors and say, can you see this number? And we are here to support each other. That's what is the beauty of this community give us. And that's why all this education and the properties that we do, the community, and all the other income that we can generate by sharing this opportunity with other people is just amazing.
Yeah, and I agree. And I say congratulations.
Any more blessing, yes.
Yes, I say congratulations. And I totally agree with you. We go from, learning right? But it's not just about learning, right? It's doing, but it's also the community, the support structure that helps encourage us to do those deals. And like this deal you done, no money out of pocket. However, you create it where it's a win-win for everybody, for the person who sold that, you know, who used to be the owner of the house, to the real estate agent who's also participating, to the contractors, to even yourself and your family. It's just, you created something. And if it wasn't for you to taking that first step that says, you know what, I want to learn this thing called real estate investing, none of that would have transpired. And because of that, you are now doing other deals, involving other folks, reaching out to the different communities. Again, no money out of your pocket, right? Which a lot of people focus on the money first, right? Is learning first to how to create those environments. And so if, you know, again, I would recommend everybody to, you know, reach out to the person who invited you. We're about to end here. Wanda, I know you're about to go to another property because you're busy. And we just want to say thank you, you know, for taking your time out to share, because you didn't have to, but you are doing this, supporting the community and saying, look, this is possible. I'm in it doing now. I'm in it right now. 2022. Not only are we talking about 2022, you did things in 2021. The pandemic it slowed down for some folks, but it didn't stop you, because you still have a journey and a path and everything that you want to achieve. And you also lifting up not just the community, but your family. And so people always talk about generational wealth, and we think about passing down to our kids, to our kids, to the kids. But Wanda, I'm just gonna let you know, you didn't just go down, you went sideways and up. So you talking about your siblings, you know, people the same, you know, the same age, and you went that way and up and down. And so the impact that you have done, you may not see, but I'm quite sure that little person that was in the picture that you were saying your family member is going to remember, hey, I remember, I'm just going to say Auntie Wanda, you were doing those properties, and now you changed her life. And so thank you for everything you do. And everybody who's here, hey, thank you for being here, because if it wasn't for you and the community and Scott Buckles for putting this together, and Yaz and everybody else who helped, you know, put this together, every Saturday we have a property tour. And so I just recommend, you know, hey, come back again. You know, there's another property tour. Just enjoy. Wanda, again, thank you. Departing words, because we have to change.
I want to show you one more thing here. You see in the back right here. This is a big picture I just bought in the garage sale, because I'm putting together a short-term rental in that condominium that I almost lost. So it's just beauty, you know, that when you can now expand your business from fix and flip and now short-term rental to give me the passive income that I needed for my retirement and for complete more of my dreams. So everything is here. Everything is here in this community.
Well, thank you, Wanda. Hey, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
We're about to go ahead and end, so that way you can go to your next meeting. Wanda, you go ahead and work on your short-term rentals. Hey, everybody who's here, thank you from everywhere that you've gone. Everybody's saying this is awesome. They thank you, Wanda, and everybody have a good day and the rest of your Saturday.
Yes, and if I can do it, you can do it too.
Awesome. I totally agree.
You.
All right, everybody, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for the opportunity.